We spent 4 hours in line just to register?
Yeah.
I've never played it.
Oh, God.
Played most events.
Yeah, you got some pumpkins back there.
Cheetahs?
Nah, just some pumpkins.
That happens a lot.
Just over 30 minutes left at this level. 5,000 ante. 25.50 on the blinds. Cord folds over to Lauren. Lauren folds. Action's on Harley.
Breeze.
Harley's going to raise to 115,115. Jay folds over to Anton. He's going to fold as well over to Marty now in the big blind. 115,000 is the current bet. Marty's going to fold, and Harley's going to take down the pot.
God, I love it. I love that rooting section. Last time anybody rooted for me was in high school, 1960, 59. No, the first day we played for 4 hours with only 4 people at the table and 7 stacks. 7 blank stacks.
Yeah. That's fun. They didn't even have the chips in play.
No.
Yeah.
Well, the guys had won the day before or whatever.
Yeah.
It was a disaster.
Yeah, trust me, girl. I got you. Got you. Remember, I got your back.
Yeah.
All right, 25,000, 50,000 on the blinds. Fold it around to Jay in the 9 seats. He's going to move all in. Jay's all in out of the 9 seat. Anton folds over to Marty in the small blind. Marty folds over to Cord in the big blind. Cord's going to make the call. Let's see the hands. Jay shows King of Hearts, Jack of Diamonds. Cord shows pocket 9s. All right, Cord has 9 of Hearts, 9 of Clubs.
Go ahead and up to just the right of it. Is that King Jack to the right a little bit?
You got me, Joe, right? That's how this
All right.
works.
Cord has pocket 9s here, 9 of Hearts, 9 of Clubs. Jay has King of Hearts, Jack of
Waiting
Diamonds.
for the next dealer.
Cord is currently in the lead.
Bob, I'm sorry. I had to go.
Jay's tournament life is at risk here. Let's see the flop.
I had to go with it.
Flop is 5 of spades, 8 of diamonds, Jack of clubs. Jay does pair his Jack and is now in the lead. Let's see the turn card.
10.
6.
Turn card is the 4 of spades.
6, I like.
Jay is still in the lead with his
all.
pair of Jacks. He's going to need to fade one of the remaining 9s. Let's see the river card. River card is the Queen of Spades, and Jay is going to double up with a pair of Jacks. Let's get a count.
10 on the turn would have been nasty. Yep.
This is 2.
330.
There you go, 3.
330.
330.
330,000 is what Jay was all in for. 330.
Nice hand.
Good hand.
Good hand.
And Jay's going to double up and win the pot. Just over 26 minutes left at this level. 5,000 ante. 25,000, 50,000 on the blinds. Started with 204 players, down to our final 6 here at the HBT main event final table at the Peppermill Casino Resort and Spa. $25,000, $50,000 on the blinds. Harley's going to be first act. He folds over to Jay in the 9th seat. Jay folds over to Anton in the 1 seat. Anton's going to raise to $110,110. Over to Marty in the 2 seat. Marty's going to fold. Cord folds over to Lauren in the big blind. $110,000 is the current bet. Lauren folds, and Anton in the 1 seat is going to win the pot.
Take it. Oh, good vibes. I like it. If I win, I'm like tied. Yeah. Need some help in second. Yeah. I'm ready. Excited. This is just a bonus, I feel like. Yeah, for sure. I didn't plan on it. Yeah, that's true. For sure. But if you
Jay's going to be first act here in the 9th seat.
I won't be mad at you. Just saying. Make aces versus kings, right?
Actions fold around to Lauren in the small blind.
Let's try this.
Lauren's going to make the call option to Harley in the big blind.
Thought you said straddle. Let him live.
And Harley's going to check his option. And we're going to be heads up to the flop. Let's see the flop. Flop is deuce of spades, 5 of clubs, 8 of diamonds. Lauren's going to be first act. Lauren's going to bet 60,000. 60,000 is the bet. Over to Harley. Harley's going to raise to 160,000. Lauren folds, and Harley's going to win the pot.
That was an awful good flop for that big blind. That was an awful good flop for the big blind.
I thought it was a good flop for me, but I quickly realized the error of my assessment.
Anton's going to raise to 110,000. Already folds over to Cord. 110,000 is the current bet. Cord's going to fold over to Lauren on the button. Lauren folds over to Marty now in the small blind. Or
No, Harley.
Harley.
Thank you.
I said Marty, didn't I? Harley in the small blind.
Harsh.
Harsh. First time I've done that.
I know. Usually they call me Harvey anyway.
Action's fold around, and Anton's going to win the pot.
But anyway.
Only $5.
Oh, shit.
Just remember it.
If you bust or not, you'll get to see it. If you bust or not bust, we'll win the thing, you'll get to see it.
Yeah, I can find out, but I want to know it. I want to check for a while.
I need to know now.
Well, if I bust, I'll need to know. It'll ruin my day.
Did I nail it? Come on.
25,000, 50,000 on the blinds. Marty
My boss, will you
folds
tell
over
me?
to Cord. Cord folds over to Lauren. Lauren folds over to Harley. Harley's going to raise to 175,000, 175. Jay folds over to Anton now in the big blind. 175,000 is the current bet. Anton's going to fold and Harley's going to take down the pot. Just over 19 minutes left at this level.
We got to win the next all in. We don't have any choice.
Does anyone want to drink while she's here?
We
Yeah.
have to win the next one. We
iced
can lose the one after
two.
that.
2 iced teas. Anyone else? Jay, you want water? You good?
Yeah, thanks.
Good.
Lemon?
Just straight.
Cord, anything to drink? Good.
Might not make it. Got a couple sips left. Savoring.
Just under 19 minutes left at this level. 5,000 Andy, 25.50 on the blinds. Cord's going to be first act. Cord's going to move all in. Cord is all in. Action's over to Lauren. Lauren folds. Over to Harley in the 7th seat. Harley's going to fold over to Jay in the 9th seat.
I'm all in.
Jay's going to re-raise all in out of the 9th seat. Over to Anton in the 1 seat. Anton folds over to Marty now in the 2 seat. Marty's going to fold, and let's see the hands. Cord shows 10 of spades, 4 of spades. Jay shows pocket kings, king of spades, king of hearts. Perfect. All right, Cord does have 10 of spades, 4 spades. Jay has pocket kings, king of spades, king of hearts. Jay is currently in the lead with his pocket kings. Let's see the flop. Flop is 8 of hearts, deuce of diamonds, 3 of hearts. Jay is still in the lead with his pocket kings. Let's see the turn card.
Ace.
Turn card is the 7 of diamonds, and that's going to do it. Let's see the river card. River card is the queen of diamonds. Jay's going to win with his pocket kings. Let's give Cord a round of applause. 6th place for Cord Garcia.
Can I take this off?
Got him out before his dealer showed back up. Well played.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm still looking for
I like
mine.
it.
I'm still looking for mine.
Cord does leave us in 6th place
here
for
today.
just
I
over
know,
8,600.
he was here the whole
These
day.
dealers look like they're doing just
5th
fine.
place is just over 10,000, 10,500, and 1st place is going to be just over 47,000, plus a $3,600 championship package. Just under 17 minutes left, 5,000 Andy, 25.50 on the blinds. Go ahead and deal. Yeah. blinds in the 6th seat here. Harley's going to be first act in the 7th seat. $50,000 is our big blind.
Raise.
Harley's going to raise to $115,000. 115. Jay folds over to Anton in the 1 seat. $115,000 is the current bet. Anton folds over to Marty in the small blind. It's this plus another, so 56 minutes he'll be on ring.
Are those 20 stacks?
What, these? Yeah.
Okay.
Marty folds over to Lauren in the big blind. 115,000 is the current bet. Lauren's going to fold, and Harley is going to take down the pot. Just over 15 minutes left at this level. Started with 204 players, down to our final 5 players. At a prize pool of just under 200,000. First place today is going to receive just over 47,000. Plus a $3,600 championship package to the Thunder Valley Casino in a couple weeks. That's our $2,500 championship event. You can check out all the details at hptpoker.com. 25,000, 50,000 on the blinds. Jay's going to be first to act in the 9th seat. Jay folds over to Anton in the 1 seat. Anton folds over to Marty on the button. Marty folds over to Lauren now in the small blind.
Third time's the charm.
Lauren's going to make the
We'll
call.
see.
Option 2, Harley in the big blind.
All in.
What do you say?
All in.
All in 1 stack for me, please, Harley. Harley's going to move all in out of the big blind. Lauren's going to fold, and Harley's going to take down the pot.
Unbeatable.
Got to play while I can. Ace King of Diamonds has been living with me. I think somebody will beat me.
Happens.
$50,000 is our big blind. Action's folded around to Lauren on the button. Lauren's going to raise to 110,000. 110 is the bet. Over to Harley in the small blind. Harley's going to fold over to Jay now in the big blind. 115 is the bet. I think it was 15, right?
10.
115.
I think I made it 110.
Was it? I'm not 100% sure. 110?
I meant to make it 110.
Okay,
so.
it is 110. They just told me in my ear. Jay folded, right? Okay. Jay folds, and Lauren's going to win the pot. Just over 12 minutes left at this level. Still 5,080. 25,000, 50,000 on the blinds. Our chips in play, the orange chips are 5,000 chips. The yellow and maroon color ones are 25,000. Marty's going to be first actor in the 2 seat. 50,000 is our big blind. Marty's going to fold. Over to Lauren in the 6 seat. Lauren folds. Action's on Harley on the button.
Raise.
Harley announces raise. Harley's going to raise you 160,000. 160 is the raise by Harley. Over to Jay in the small blind. Jay's going to fold. Over to Anton now in the big blind. 160,000 is the current bet. Anton's going to fold in. Harley's going to take down the pot. Just over 10 minutes left at this level. Still 25,000, 50,000 on blinds. Lauren's going to be first act. Lauren's going to raise to 110,000, 110. Action's over to Harley. Harley folds over to Jay in the 9 seat. Jay folds over to Anton now in the small blind. 110,000 is the current bet. Anton folds over to Marty now in the big blind. Marty folds, and Lauren's going to take down the pot. Just over 9 minutes left at this level. 5,000, Annie. 25,000, 50,000 on the blinds. Harley's going to be first actor in the 7 seat. Action's folded around to Anton in the 1 seat. Anton's going to make the call. Over to Marty in the small blind. Marty's going to fold option to Lauren in the big blind. And Lauren's going to check his option. And we're going to be heads up to the flop. Let's see the flop. Flop is 7 of clubs, 3 of spades, 10 of clubs. Lauren's first act, he checks over to Anton. Anton checks as well. Both players check the flop. Let's see the turn card. Turn card is the king of diamonds. Lauren checks over to Anton. Anton's going to bet. 60,000 is the bet. Action's back to Lauren. And Lauren's going to make the call. 60,000 and a call. Go ahead and pull the bets. Go ahead and pull the bets. All right, let's see the river card. River card is the 3 of hearts. Lauren's going to be first to act. Checks over to Anton. Anton checks as well. Both players check the river. Let's see a winner. Lauren shows 9-7 for a pair of 7s. Anton folds, and Lauren's going to win the pot. Jay's going to be first act here. He's going to raise to 115,000. 115 is the bet. Anton folds over to Marty in the 2 seat. Marty's going to fold. Over to Lauren in the small blind. Lauren's going to move all in out of the small blind. Action's down Harley in the big blind. Harley's going to fold. Actions back to Jay in the 9 seat. Lauren is currently all in out of the 6 seat. Jay's going to fold, and Lauren's going to take down the pot. Just over 4 minutes left at this level. 5,000 ante still, 25,000, 50,000 on the blinds. Anton's going to be first act here. He's going to raise, what do you say, 110? To 110,000. 110 is the announced amount. Over to Marty in the 2 seat. Marty's going to fold. Over to Lauren in the 6 seat. 110,000 is the current bet. Lauren folds. Over to Harley in the small blind. Harley folds over to Jay now in the big blind. 110 is the total bet. Jay's going to fold, and Anton in the 1 seat is going to win the pot. Midway. 25,000, 50,000 on the blinds. Actions folded around to Harley on the button. Jay's going to raise out of the small blind to 120,000. 120. 125. 125,000. 125 out of the small blind. Actions over to Anton in the big blind. He's going to fold, and Jay in the small blind is going to win the pot. Just over a minute left at this level. 5,000 is still 25.50 on the blinds. $25,000, $50,000 on the blinds. Lauren's going to be first act in the 6th seat. Lauren's going to raise to 110,000, 110 is the raise. Over to Harley. Harley's going to fold actions on Jay in the 9th seat. Jay folds over to Anton in the small blind. 110,000 is the current bet. Anton folds over to Marty in the big blind. And Marty's going to make the call, 110 and a call. And we're going to be heads up to the flop. Let's see the flop. Flop is king of diamonds, king of clubs, 10 of clubs. This will be the last hand at this level. Marty's first act, he checks over to Lauren. Lauren's going to bet 85,000, 85,000. Over to Marty. Marty's going to raise. $190,000 is the raise by Marty. 190. Connections back to Lauren. And Lauren's going to make the call. 190,000 and a call. Still heads up here. Let's see the turn card. Turn card is the 5 of clubs. Marty's going to be first to act.
Careful, don't go too far.
$350,000 is the bet by Marty. 350. Action's over to Lauren. Lauren's gonna move all in. Action's back to Marty. And Marty makes the call. Let's see the hands. Lauren shows king 8 for 3 kings with a 10-8. Marty shows king 9 for 3 kings with a 10-9. Marty's currently in the lead with king of hearts, 9 of hearts. Lauren just does show king of spades, 8 of diamonds. Marty's currently in the lead here with king of hearts, 9 of hearts. But his tournament life is at risk. Let's see the river card. River card is the 8 of clubs. Lauren's gonna make kings full. And Marty's gonna leave us in 5th place. Let's give Marty a round of applause. 5th place for Marty.
Thank you for the lesson.
Thanks, man. Good game, man.
All right, guys, clock is paused. We're going to take a 15-minute break right now because we need to. They need to fix a couple things on the table.
Hey, good game, man.
Thanks, buddy. Good luck to you. I was rooting for an ace, I'm going to be honest. I just wanted to chop.
Any card above?
Well, any paint.
Jack, queen, 10, 5.
7 even.
Okay.
I'll see you later, okay?